I remember the day it all started like it was yesterday. The sky was overcast, heavy with clouds that mirrored the storm brewing inside me. I'd been feeling off for weeks, tired, short of breath, a nagging pain in my chest that I tried to brush off as stress from juggling work and family. My husband, Michael, insisted I see a doctor. "Emily, please," he said, his voice cracking with worry. I finally gave in, thinking it was nothing serious. But when Dr. Rebecca Lawson looked at the scans, her face went pale. "It's your heart," she told us in that sterile office. "Congestive heart failure, advanced stage." The words hit like a freight train. Michael squeezed my hand so tight it hurt, but I barely felt it. How could this be happening? I was only 42, with our daughter Sarah just starting high school. We had plans, vacations, watching her graduate, growing old together. But suddenly everything shattered. The hospital became my prison. Days blurred into nights under those harsh fluorescent lights. Machines beeped endlessly, monitoring every faltering beat of my heart. Nurses came and went, their smiles forced, their eyes filled with pity. Michael slept in the chair beside my bed, his face etched with exhaustion. Sarah visited after school, trying to be brave, but I'd catch her wiping away tears when she thought I wasn't looking. "Mom, you're gonna be okay," she'd whisper, holding my hand. But deep down, I knew the truth. The doctors had tried everything: medications, procedures, even talks of a transplant. Nothing worked. My body was shutting down. One evening, Dr. Lawson pulled Michael aside, but I overheard. "She's not responding. We need to prepare for the end." Prepare for the end. Those words echoed in my soul, a death sentence wrapped in clinical detachment. As I lay there, staring at the ceiling, despair wrapped around me like a shroud. I thought about all the moments I'd taken for granted, the laughter around the dinner table, Michael's warm embrace, Sarah's infectious smile. Regrets flooded in. Why hadn't I cherished them more? In my weakest moments, I cried out to God, "Lord, if you're there, please, don't let this be it." But silence answered. The pain grew unbearable, my breath's shallow gasps. They moved me to hospice care, where hope goes to die. Friends visited, praying over me, but their words felt hollow. Michael read from the Bible, his voice trembling. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." Psalm 23. I clung to those verses, but doubt crept in. Was faith enough? The doctors had given up. They were already talking about funeral arrangements, burying me in their minds before my heart stopped. Hey, if this story is touching your heart already, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. We share real testimonies like this every week, stories of faith, healing, and the incredible ways God moves in our lives. It might just be the encouragement you need today. And if you feel led, a small donation via PayPal would mean the world. It helps us keep this mission going, spreading hope and faith to people who are hurting, just like I was. Every bit counts in bringing light to the darkness. Back in that hospital bed, I hit rock bottom. It was a rainy night, thunder rumbling outside like God's own heartbeat. My family had gone home to rest, leaving me alone with my thoughts. The monitors flatlined my hope, my pulse weak, oxygen low. I whispered a final prayer, not expecting an answer. "Jesus, if you can hear me, take this pain. Heal me, or take me home." Tears streamed down my face as I drifted into what felt like the end. But then, something shifted. A warmth spread through my chest, not from the machines, but from deep within. It was like a gentle hand pressing against my heart, steadying its rhythm. I gasped, sitting up for the first time in days, the room filled with a peace I'd never known, silent, yet alive with presence. Was it a dream? No. I felt strength returning, my breaths deep and full. I called for the nurse, my voice strong. "Something's happened." She rushed in, eyes wide, checking the monitors. "This can't be," she muttered, calling for Dr. Lawson. Tests were run through the night, EKGs, scans, blood work. By morning, the results were in. My heart was healing. Fluid gone, chambers pumping normally. Dr. Lawson stared at the charts, shaking her head. "Medically, this is impossible. You were on the brink. Michael burst into tears when he arrived, holding me like he'd never let go. Sarah squealed, jumping onto the bed. Mom, it's a miracle! And it was. Jesus had signed my discharge papers when the doctors had buried me. I walked out of that hospital 2 days later, not on a stretcher, but on my own 2 feet. The sun broke through the clouds as we drove home, a promise of new life. That experience changed everything. I see the world differently now. Every breath a gift, every moment a chance to love deeper. Faith isn't just words, it's the anchor in the storm. If you're going through your own valley, hold on. Jesus is real, his power undeniable. He turned my grave into a testimony. Do you believe in miracles? Share your story of faith in the comments below. Let's encourage each other in this journey.